Shot. 7-2. Set. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Eagles had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
From the 38 now, here's a second down and 6.
52 blue. Striker.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Finding his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
Here we go. Set. Seal. Black. Shot. Drill. Green. Hut.
He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career. And maybe more importantly, a first down.
Ready. Set. Hut. Yellow. 22. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready. Set. Hut.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Smash. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Set.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Looking to put a drive together.
Solo left Zion. All right. Ready, team. Ready.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
You look at this Eagle defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Play action, now it's Tua. Battled by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
They'll give it to Judkins.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On 1st down, here's Judkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
They're right here. All right, go ahead, go. Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Go ahead.
They'll give up the middle. Jenkins.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Mims in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Set. 45. White. Ready?
2nd and 9 now.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Hut.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
Solo left Zion.
On the handoff, this is Judkins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Going right back to Ferguson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Tua going to throw. Setting up a screen for Judkins. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 4.
Go ahead. All right, go. Ready. Out.
Now Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Shakir hauls it in. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 34-yard line.
2nd and a couple.
Ready.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. in good possession, 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Tua to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Khalil Shakir.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. 10,
Eagles 7. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Green Jack. You yellow. Hut.
He'll look to throw.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 15 yards.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 50, Green. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. A quick throw, but incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here.
Bates' kick is good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Solo left Zion.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Go ahead.
On 1st and 10 of Charbonnet.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
21G.
Looking to throw.
Checks this down to Sampson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
10-by-3, 10-by-3, kick. 10-by-3, kick. All right. 18.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 8.
Hey, get set. 18.
Off the play action. Tagovailoa finding Shakir across the formation. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19
The goal
yards.
for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Go ahead. 20 TX.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
This second and 4.
Ready. 19.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Browns.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Get set. Nice job. 18.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
10-by-3, 10-by-3. Ready. 18. With it.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4.
Set, hut. 52 blue. Smash, smash. Hut.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready. Set, hut.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First and 10.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here we go. Blue 32. Hut, hut.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the hole and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 50, green. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and 4. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, it's Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's second down and a yard.
It's safe. Go ahead. Wait, Chief! Wait! Out!
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A give. Here's Judkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Ready up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Ready, break. Here we go. Here we go. 52 blue. Hut, hut.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Browns are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Go ahead.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Browns.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Good save. Go ahead.
A run, it's Jenkins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
They're right here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Go ahead.
To throw is Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on third down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Let's go. Claws red. Blaster, thick, needle blue. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Got a man. That's Liggett. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
Black, 95. Ready.
Back to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He's back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Here's 1st and 10.
Black Ultra. Set, ready. 60 red.
Back to throw. The middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Here's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now they'll change things up.
36-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
97. Ready?
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike.
That was a big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
Ready, set.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Yellow, zoom. Zoom, 32. Hut, hut.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra